Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name's Andy R, and this is the Brotherhood of Men, a channel solely dedicated at getting you men out there the best outcome in your lives. Well, today is the day of recording. This is Friday the 19th of November, and it's International Men's Day. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, International Men's Day. So, I know I've got subscribers from all over the world. I know that I've got some from Canada. I know I've got some from the United States of America. I know I've got some from Great Britain. I know I've got some from Denmark, I think. And I've got some from South Africa. And I think I've got one or two from Dubai, I think it is. I want you guys to tell me, because it's international, the whole world, Men's Day. How did your media cover it? I bet the news was full of it, wasn't it? Going on about the problems that men have to face in today's society, about that young men are committing suicide at a higher rate, or how about the prison populations being predominantly men, or the fact that 40% of domestic abuses are men, but there aren't the places, the shelters for men like there are for women. I bet it was full of all of that, wasn't it? I bet the news was on, almost rolling, all about the problems men face in society nowadays. I bet the radio was constantly going with talkings for men able to share their experiences with other men, like I do with you guys. No? None of that happened? Just the day slipped by, did it, with very little mention? Probably a side note, oh, today's international, if at all. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a shame, isn't it? Yet when it's International Women's Day, the week before, they're telling you it's coming up to International Women's Day, and they'll go all about women's issues and how women have got it so hard and women have got it so tough. And then the day comes itself and it's pretty much chock-a-block, wall-to-wall stories, interviews, documentaries, all about how women have got it so tough and men need to change things and it's all men's faults. And then the week after International Women's Day, they're still going on about and analysing the day and how things are changing and what laws should be brought in to protect women. Yeah, seems a bit of an imbalance there, doesn't it, guys? And I'm serious. I want you guys to comment and tell me, what kind of coverage did the channels in your country, the news, that's TV and radio, in print, how much did they make of it? You young guys who are in universities and that, because I know that, especially in the United States, a lot of you young men are giving up on going to further education, and why would you? It's ridiculous, except for the important subjects, the STEMs. That's still pretty much predominantly men going into those. But the other also runs the media studies, the dance, the art, the things that you're spending a hell of a lot of money for just an expensive piece of paper with no guarantee of employment or even a good job at the end of it. I can understand. That's you using your noggin. That's you thinking to yourself, actually working it out, going, you know what, this isn't a good deal for me. That and the fact that when you get there, it's gynocentric for women. You're more or less an afterthought. Everything's geared up for women. You're actually made to apologise for being a man, made to feel guilty for being a man. What did they do on those campuses? Did they hold big rallies for, International Men's Day? Were the men being able to get together and have meetings about the problems that men face? Predominantly, just specifically men's issues? No, of course that didn't happen, because when it's tried to be happening in campuses, on your American campuses, and it's happened here in the UK, it gets shut down by the angry feminists. They don't want men to talk about, oh no, they'll talk about their problems infinitum. They'll talk about them until they're blue in the face. And most of them are fairy tales. Like I just mentioned a few right at the beginning. How about 97% of deaths in the workplace are men? That's because men do all of the dangerous, dirty jobs. Don't see women jumping up and down and going, oh, we need to make that equal. We need to, we need women in the mines. We need women on the fishing boats. We need women in the oil fields. We need women. No, 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 no. You don't hear that. No, they're only interested in those jobs where it's no heavy lifting. I can dress nicely. And it's indoors. Yeah, you know, they want the boardroom jobs, they don't want the sewer worker jobs. But they rely on the toilets. You see, there's nothing equal here. Let me go through a few of those facts that I gave you right at the beginning. This is International Men's Day when I made this, like I say, 19th of November. So let's go through a few facts, shall we? 85% of the homeless are men. Why? I'll tell you why. Because if a woman becomes homeless, she will hope that some white knight will jump up and home her. So she's looking for a simpy kind of beta male to come in and save the day for her. Or she can go to the state, the government, whatever, for a handout, who'll readily give it to her. Because it doesn't look good if a woman's living rough, does it? Never mind about the men. They can go to the same state or government and then we go in. We'll get a job. Get yourself a house. Do this, do that. Where's the help? Where's the help? And here's another bit as well. How is it that, and I know, and again, I'm talking to you guys in the United States because it doesn't specifically happen here in the UK, and especially not in England, but if a man can't afford to look after his children, they put him in prison. But if a woman can't afford to look after her children, they put her in a house and give her food and give her warmth and clothing, all paid for by the rest of us. How did that double standard come about? How about the fact that 70% of custody cases are awarded to the woman? A man was 50% of making that child, and he's fighting for custody of his child in court, so he clearly cares. But 70% of custodies are awarded to women. You're telling me that 70% that figure comes from the fact that men are useless at looking after their own children? I don't think so. How about that? I was talking about the prisons. How about the fact that a man is 3.4 times more likely to end up in prison than a woman for exactly the same crime? That means the courts, who are supposed to be neutral arbiters and just dish out the justice, 3.4 times are putting a man in prison and letting a woman out on probation or some lesser punishment, but still free in society, for exactly the same crime. Or that the fact that a man or a woman that are both put into prison for the same crime, a man will serve 64% longer sentence than a woman for the same crime. So once she gets into prison, she has a shorter sentence than a man for the same crime. None of this seems very equal, does it? And this has been going on for decades. And it's only getting worse. So is it any surprise that men are waking up, are taking the red pill, are deciding to themselves, you know what? Society hasn't got my best interests at heart. I better start looking out for me. Which is what I say at the end of my videos. I say, you take care of yourself, because if you don't, who will? It's a serious statement. It's also a serious statement, the beginning of every one of my videos. It says, a world full of men waking up. Are you one of them? Well, are you? I think you are. Because more and more of you guys out there are coming in and joining the Brotherhood of Men, because you realise that what I'm saying, it rings a bell for you. It chimes in your head. You're going, you know what, my brother Andy's actually, he's making sense. He's not talking nonsense. He's not just waffling. And I make these videos like this because it's like a conversation with my brothers, because you are my brothers. And if you're not already subscribed, was a nice segue, wasn't it? Hit the subscribe button. Come and join the Brotherhood. We're a great group of guys. We're all brothers. We've all got each other's back, and that's how it should be. That's how it should be. I want a massive, great big army of brothers looking out for each other, saying, hey brother, think about that. Go and watch Andy's video on so-and-so. Or just tell them, or share my videos. Get the message out there. Get talking to each other. Start sharing information with each other. Because women have been sharing information that is detrimental to men for decades. Whilst telling men, oh, don't talk about that, poo-pooing it, using sign language. If you don't know what I mean by sign language, go and watch my video on sign language, and then you'll understand. Anyway, do you agree with me that society really isn't equal? Society isn't fair to men. The society that we men built, and women have managed to hijack and create superiority. But once you get off the plantation, you don't want to go back. Once you take the red pill, you cannot untake it. Once your eyes have opened and you see around you what's going on, you can't unsee it. So this brother Andy wants to say to you brothers out there, all of you watching, subscribers and unsubscribed alike, who are watching this video, happy Men's Day, guys. Let's hope next year's a little bit more equal. Let's hope next year the news might cover it, might go into a few of those knotty subjects that they don't seem to want to go into. Things that men have to face. Let's hope so. I'm not holding out any hope, but I have got videos coming up where I will be talking about some of the things that we men can do to change society for us a bit better. No, nothing radical. I'm not asking you to go on marches or donate to some cause and that, but things that you can do in your life that will have an effect, a positive effect for you, and also, if it gets enough people doing it, a positive effect for men all over the world. So that's something to look out for. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. That way you won't miss out on great future content. Anyway, I'm going for a cup of tea because, well, I think I've deserved one. And besides which, it's International Men's Day. I think I'll go and get my woman to make me one. Yeah, no, she would as well. Anyway, I'm going for a cup of tea. I think I've deserved one. You guys take care of yourself, because if you don't, who on earth will? I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.